analyze, we strategize, then we capitalize on what we see. Wanna go to Pitville? Come join the Pip Academy and learn the Pip drill. Let's take the trip to Pitville.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? I want to welcome you back to my channel. So in this video, we're going to do a breakdown on gold. So today is October 7th, and this is directly after NFP. This is Saturday, so we're going to break it down and show you guys what we're looking for next week. So usually after NFP, we usually have a lot of impact news like PPI, core CPI, and things like that. So this is the upcoming week. We can see we got core PPI, we got FOMC, CPI. So we have a lot of USD news that's coming up for the week. So we definitely have a lot of stuff to work with. But if we look at gold on a daily, we can see that we're bearish. Okay. So we got lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And one of the things that we can see is that we've tapped into this this daily demand right before 1800. And so one of the things is that gold actually just completed its Fibonacci sequence. So if we do from this swing here, A, B, C, and then D, we can see that it tapped into our negative 61.8 and it shows some rejection. Okay. So right now, we are expecting a pullback. And for those that trade strictly support and resistance, if I throw on some support and resistance zones in here, we can see that price tapped off and showing some rejection to this daily support right before 1800. All right, so that's for our support and resistance traders. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this. So if we're looking at this from a daily and we throw our fibs on to kind of see what we're looking at from here, this will be our high. This is our possible low down here. So we're looking for price to possibly come up to maybe 1880 or even come back up to 1900. You know, it can possibly come back up in here because we have a supply zone that hasn't been mitigated. So it's possible that it can come all the way up to this 78.6 area, and that's around 1922. So I'm expecting a huge pullback on gold. All right. So if we go over to our 4 hours, look at our 4 hour structure. And our 4 hour leg is really, really huge. Okay. And then some of you guys might look at this area here and say, well, hey, that's the pullback there. This actually is not a valid pullback. And I'll show you guys why. So if we look at this candle right here, let's say we throw another line here. Let's just look at the range of this candle. All right. And I'll make it bigger for you guys. Price gave us a pullback here. But all of these candles here are within this range of this candle. Okay, so this is just a complex pullback. It never really pulled outside of this range. You know, if it would have pulled outside of this range like this and then dropped, I would say, okay, yeah, that's our pullback. But everything is still within the range of this candle. Okay, so that there is not a valid pullback. Excuse me. So when we're looking at it, this is actually our 4 hour high, and I'll break this down for you guys as well. Excuse me. If we look at structure previously on gold, we had a high, price came down, gave us a low here, gave us another high, and then it broke structure here, pulled back, and then it dipped off to the downside. All right, which validates this as our last known H4 high. Okay. So like I said, we have a lot of range to play with within our 4 hour structure. So if we look at that, if we throw our fibs on here from the top to the bottom, one of the things that we're looking for is for price to possibly come up into this area, tap into this, or even so it can come all the way up and tap into this supply zone here that hasn't been mitigated. Okay, so that's one of the things that we want to wait for. But our main POI would be this H4 supply in this area here. So let's look at our 15-minute structure, okay? On the 15-minute, some of the things that we can see, price started giving us bearish structure. Lower low, lower high, lower low. We am getting a break of structure right in this area here. Okay, price came up, came back, gave us a retest, and then it started to consolidate a bit. But then it broke through, okay? Again, taking out this low here, and then price gave us an impulse, it broke through again. All right, and then man, drink some tea. It's killing me this morning. For NFP, we got a nice little breakthrough. Okay, this was NFP here. NFP broke down, gave us that break, and then price broke up. And so this demand level here gave us the break that broke this high here. Okay, so we can see price broke structure, came back, gave us a retest, and then gave us another high. Okay, so one of the things that we're looking for is we still have this unmitigated 15-minute zone here. And so one of the things that we hope to see is for price to come down, tap into this area here, give us a break of structure, retest on a smaller time frame, and we can ride it up to take out this high. Hopefully we can get price to come deeper within this demand zone here, which will give us better legs for entries. And if we look at it, we can clearly see that right here we have an imbalance with the 5-minute demand zone that looks really, really good for possible entries. Okay, we also want to be mindful that we got this huge order block here as well, which we can almost look at this as a 50% type strategy order block. And for those that don't know about my 50% strategy, there'll be a video that pops up right here. But we can see that it has been retested, but still sometimes this particular scenario can present that 50% order block strategy. But for me, I'm looking at this as my 15-minute low, okay? And so right now I'm looking for this to be my protected. You know, if I come back to my 15-minute structure, I can see I'm looking for price to come here, give us an impulse up. So this is my protected low in this area right here, okay? And so for me, I would be looking for possible entries off this 5-minute. And if we look at the risk to reward for this particular area, let's just say we came up here, we did possibly a, 30 pip stop loss or whatever the case may be. Roll this up to this area here. That's a 1 to 3, 3.5 risk to reward. So we take anything 1 to 3 or better. We don't do anything less than that. Even if we, made it a little tight here, or we brought it down a little bit further to have a little bit more cushion, either one of those work. As long as it's a 1 to 3, I'm happy with that. So like I said, for me, this would probably be my main point of interest that I'll be looking for. And I'll continue with this counter structure, because right now we're riding a counter structure of our H4. And so that's what I see on gold. Hey, you guys, if you guys want to chat, talk about it, have any questions, hit me up in the Discord. The link is in the description. And as always, I hope this was informative, and thank you for watching.
First we strategize, then we capitalize on what we see. Wanna go to Pitville? Come join the Pip Academy and learn the Pip drill.